Here we go. We're finally back. Perfect. Okay. Had to make sure it's actually... Okie dokie. Now we're back. All right. We're in the playoffs. We finally took a game one. We took the first game one of the series, or of the entire sim, against Memphis. Deep team. They had cap space to sign all of the guys who are just sitting in free agency, not making any decisions. Josh Giddey going to work it over to Booker. Booker in isolation here. Booker's going to drive. Booker puts up a really weird floater, and it goes in. Good defense, better offense. 2:40 to go here in game two. We're down 4. Jaws going to spin. Giddey, decent defense. And Beef Stew is just going to blast past Maxime Raynaud for a quick dunk there. Takes it back to 6. Giddey working on Jaw. Had him there, but decided to snatch back. Does a weird little hop hezzy. Booker for 3. Doesn't get that one to go. They're going to send it up the court. Elijah Sharp. Shaden forces the miss. Also gets the rebound. Here goes Shaden Sharp. Quick twitchy moves here. Gets it over to Booker. Booker driving. Mid-range pull-up. Doesn't quite get that one to go. Maxime throws up a pump fake. Tries to draw a foul. Does not get a foul call. Was kind of stuck there. About to get a 3-second call. Shaden Sharp jumps the passing lane. Gets it to Giddey. Giddey recovers it. We have the ball again. Down 6 here with 1:42 to go. Giddey is going to get wrapped up by Ja Morant. Ja's just going to put him on the free throw line here. Josh Giddey at the line. Big free throws here. Hits the first one. Cuts it to a 5-point game with 1:40 to go. Josh Giddey's second free throw is also good. Josh Giddey really proven to be the MVP of this simulation. When I originally traded for him, when I originally traded to clear up space to get him on the team, I didn't really expect him to be so much better of a choice than Keegan Murray. I'm not used to Josh Giddey being on my rebuild teams. Big miss from Ja there. Greatly appreciated. Dumps down to Maxime, who just misses the layup. Isaiah Stewart did not have good positioning there. It's just one of those frustrating 2K things. Letting a 6'9" center get back inside position there. Maxime does jump the passing lane here, though. Makes up for it. It's a 5-point game. Booker wide open. Corner 3. Rattles it in. Working into it. And Ja Morant with an ankle breaker there, and Maxime just can't get there for the block. Maybe if he were healthy, he would have been quick enough. Ja just disappears into his own bench here. We call timeout. Got 1 timeout left. Maxime to inbound here. It's a 4-point game with 49 seconds to go. Let's see what we draw up. It's going to be a Giddey isolation. Giddey's going to drive. Easy layup. Goes quick. There we go. A stop here would be huge. 2-point game with 40 seconds to go in Memphis for game 2. Man, if we could steal both home games and Ja getting awfully close, I would have pressured up if I was Josh Giddey there. Ja goes into a double team, and unfortunately Jalen Johnson just wraps him up instead of just contesting that. Because Ja Morant went directly into a double team, and there was no need to foul him there. That was a terrible rushed shot. That was the stop that we needed, and we are back down 4 after Ja Morant hits both free throws. Just a boneheaded decision from Jalen Johnson. You had him in a double team. You had him dead to rights. All you had to do was put your hands up. You and Giddey both. But instead, Jalen Johnson decided to just send him to the free throw line. Not sure if he didn't want to give up an and one or what the thought process was there, but very disappointing right there. Josh Giddey open for 3. That is off, and we're going to have to foul. He won that one back. I could see the disappointment in his eyes, in his virtual eyes. I could tell he was upset with himself. Ja Morant already missed one earlier. Doesn't look like he's going to miss another one. This game's not over, but we need a quick 3. We got to get the ball to Booker. And Josh Giddey's going to bring it up and slowly cross. Gets it to Booker. Booker steps back and is doing a weird size-up go-to shot. Misses that one. And I'm not watching any more free throws. It's all right. It's all right. We took game one, so we stole home court advantage. And we're going back into Sacramento, but golden opportunity to go up 2-0. I would have liked to take advantage of it. Let's see how we do here in Sacramento. We had the lead. A little bit of a slow start to the fourth quarter. Continues to be a slow fourth quarter for us. Nobody has put up points in about 3 minutes. And that's going to do it for game three, sorry. First game in Sacramento. And I accidentally hit simulate through game and we took it, so good for us, I guess. Whoops. Game 5 here, pivotal game 5 in Memphis. We jump out to an early lead as we normally do and slowly blow it. A little bit of a strong close there to the third quarter, and we have a solid enough lead here. We're going to take that one for a pivotal game 5. Just a tight series all the way around. The Jalen Johnson game. An amazingly efficient 37 points there in that one. Neat Clifford stuffing the stat sheet as always. Jeremiah Fears solid off the bench. Not excellent. Could do with a little bit more efficiency. Just kind of all over the place. We're at the point in the simulation where it gets really difficult because it's just kind of like who goes on enough of a run, because everybody's got pretty similar options. And speaking of runs, 26-8 in that second quarter, my goodness, we were going to just trounce them. A 63-point win in Game 6, making it look like they should have never been on the same floor as us. My goodness. Just a drubbing here in Game 6 as we move on to the second round. My gosh, can we play this well against everybody? Maxime had 17, 12, and 6 with 2 blocks. Neek had 18, 9, and 4 with 3 steals. Giddy had 24, 13, and 7 with 3 steals. Booker had 26, 3, and 9. Great efficiency from just everybody here. Ivizic is the only one to shoot under 50% on the entire team. And yeah, that was game 6. If you're just jumping in here, that was just a drubbing. And we just annihilated them in this game. I don't know what happened. It doesn't look like anybody was hurt for them, other than Sadiq White, but with a minor. And it didn't affect him all that much. He played the absolute best. John Moran was minus 53 on the game. My goodness. Great win for us there. Let's see if we can get some revenge here against Houston. Not that we've lost to them, but they are the defending champions, so this will be a really good test for us to see where we're at. And the Los Angeles Lakers end up taking their series against the number 1 seeded Pelicans, who have DeJounte Murray, Tyler Hero, Derek Queen, Scottie Pippen Jr. Lonzo Ball doesn't even play for them. Interesting. All right, and the 1 seeded Hornets also lose to the 8 seeded Pistons out east, so both 1 seeds are down. A lot of upsets in the first round. The 2 seeded Nets also fall out east, and the 4 seeded Jazz. I know it's not a crazy upset, but we are also coming off of an upset. So little bit of a hectic first round. Like I said, it's just really a matter of who goes on a crazy enough run, and not a great first half. Not gonna lie, not a great first half. We lose 3 out of 4 quarters, and that's not what I want to see. Maxime Raynaud, it says, is done for the season. I need to see what the heck happened here. Minus 12. He has a major injury. Oh no. Hyperextended right shoulder. Just after a rough game too. Everybody was rough that game. My goodness. 26 for 86 as a team. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, just a rough game from everybody involved. There's Jeremiah Fears is about the one positive takeaway. I mean, 1 for 9, 1 for 6, 1 for 8. These are two starters and our sixth man, by the way, right here. Maxime hyperextends his shoulder. He's done for the season, is what they're saying. Just the injury bug. We had no injuries in the postseason in our first like 3, 4 years, or sorry, our first 3 years, and now these last two we have just been marred by injuries, and nobody really played well this game, anyways. It's not over, but it's going to be difficult without our starting center against a team that has Alper and Sengun as the reigning Finals MVP, and we're hanging in there. We could steal home court right here if we can just take advantage. We're going to jump in here with 2:31 to go, down one in Houston, and this would be a golden opportunity to steal a game. An absolutely golden opportunity to steal a game here because we need to steal the games that we're winning here as well. What are these? What is this goofy lineup that's in right now? Why is Devin Booker guarding Alper and Sengun? What is that shot selection? I'm not going to complain too much. That was a horrible shot. We've got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. We've got one of the young guys pulls the three over Sengun, and I will learn how to pronounce your name. That is our first lead tonight. They throw it down to Sengun, and Sengun's going to put a layup up. What is this garbage layup? What is this? Thank you for calling timeout. Get this garbage lineup out of here. What is this? Absolute buffoonery. This is malpractice. This is unacceptable. Why do we have lineups in like this? It's the playoffs. Stop experimenting. What is that? All right, Josh Giddey's back in here. Let's see what we've got in our bag. Booker had a little bit of separation there. Giddey going to take a screen here, spin back around, trying to get into the paint. Doesn't really have any spacing with a Visage here. Visage dribbling, just waiting patiently. Gets Booker on maybe a cut, and that's over Amon Thompson. That's almost never going to go in. Able to get our defense set. Jalen Johnson guarding on the perimeter. And Jalen Johnson has a weird tendency to just foul when he's in a really good defensive position and doesn't need to foul. That's starting to get on my nerves a little bit, in case you can't tell by my tone shift. And that's going to put us down to need a bucket here. The only points that we've scored have been a crazy three-pointer over Sengun. Josh Giddey driving, scoop layup with the right hand, just sneaks it in over the defense. And we tie this one up with 1:20 to go. Sengun is going to take a little bit of an inverted pick and roll here, pulls up over Visage and knocks it down. And we are back down to just a back and forth here. We have got to find a way to get a stop on the other end. Josh Giddey driving, goes between the legs. Terrible spacing. What is Devin Booker doing in the middle of the paint, not going anywhere? Jalen Johnson forces the stop here. Very ill-advised shot here, I think from Cam Whitmore. That looks like Cam Whitmore. I believe that is Cam Whitmore. Very Cam Whitmore basketball player. And Josh Giddey's going to get wrapped up. He's going to go to the free throw line. Damari Jr. is going to foul out off of that. Two big free throws again here for Josh Giddey late. He hits the first one. We're down one now with just under a minute to go. And Giddey on the second free throw is also good. Didn't even touch rim. He is not phased at all. We have tied this one up. 40 seconds to go here. Visage needs to figure out how to get a stop on Sengun here. Sengun goes into the post, fades away. Visage forces the miss. Not sure if he really forced it or if Sengun just missed. We have 30 seconds to go here. Jalen Johnson driving on the left baseline. He's going to pump fake. Does kick it out, thank goodness. Please get out of the paint. Don't get a 3 seconds. Josh Giddey is going to get a screen here from Visage. and he's going to kick it down, and he just doesn't get that pass through. Dash Daniels running the fast break, half spins. Giddey stops him. 9 seconds to go in a tie game here for game 2. This would be a huge stop here for Josh Giddey. Can Giddey get a stop? He doesn't foul, and it goes in. What a garbage layup. Giddey was in perfect position. He just does not have the interior defense. And let's watch this again. I mean, Giddey's in perfect position. That's just a tough spot to. That's just a tough spot to be in. Who was that? Was that Dash Daniels? That was Dash Daniels. 6 for 8 on the game, by the way. Just sickening. A wasted opportunity. We really needed to take that game. Giddey with just a costly turnover there. He tried a little too hard to force that one in there. Didn't have a very good game. One of his 2 field goals made here was that scoop layup. They knifed inside for. Yeah. Costly turnover there at the end of the game. Man. Jeremiah Fears didn't get very much run this game. I'm not sure why. There's not a lot that I understand about what's going on with this team at the moment. They're just, I will say, Jeremiah Prophet, 20 points in 20 minutes. That's probably what saved us there. We just don't have the depth to overcome Maxime being hurt right now. Is the toughest part. We just don't have any kind of big man depth. We're back in Sacramento here. Got off to a little bit of a hot start. Had a really good second quarter, not just decent. And we were going to take game 3 here. We protect our home court. Now we go into game 4. Hopefully we can do the same. Please just blow them out. Blow them out. Send them a message. We played them close on their home floor. I would appreciate us blowing them out instead of giving up 84 points and a half. And we are just frustrating. We are down 3-1. And really, it should be a 2-2 series, but we blew a golden opportunity to take game 2. And we are back in Houston for this very important game 5 in a win or go home game. And Houston is just showing us why they're the defending champs and why we have not been to the finals yet. And there we go. Our backup center also got hurt this game, by the way, after I signed a way, way better medical staff. I mean, just injuries left and right here. It's not looking good. OKC and Houston will meet again in the Western Conference Finals. Cleveland and Miami will meet again in the East. And OKC ends up sweeping Houston this time around. Shea averaging weirdly low numbers. Donovan Mitchell still in Cleveland, by the way, with insane efficiency. 67% from the field, 59% from 3, averaging 29 points a game as Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And we're going to see Cleveland take their second championship of the simulation. Again, just Donovan Mitchell still averaging just literally video game numbers, just insane efficiency there to take his second Finals MVP over the Thunder. And they have just kept their core together. I mean, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, they've kept their core together. They don't even really have crazy depth. I mean, they have Collier, who I bet they have on a garbage, like, $5-6 million a year contract. Nope, stupid simulation. I really gotta, next time I do this, I have got to get better. Hey, you're going to jail for gambling. There goes Zach LaVine. Didn't want to take a contract from anybody. Same with Bobby Portis. I have got to find better. Obi Toppin retiring at the ripe age of 32. Patrick Williams as well at 28. Just laughable. Busole is going to. Oh my gosh, Keon Ellis is retiring. We're not going to stand for that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Adem Bona after we traded him away, and after costing us several games, uh, manages to retire immediately after. Goodness gracious, what a yeah! We traded him to the Lakers. He never really improved. Yeah, my gosh, he just kept getting worse and worse, and he finally retires. Angel Reese numbers. I mean, literally, look at the rebounding numbers compared to his field goal percentage. I understand these are per 36, but my gosh, just ridiculous. A bunch of relatively young players. I mean, these are like third, fourth, fifth, first year players. I mean, these are rookies who are retiring because they can't get contracts. Julian Strother is retiring. Jarace Walker is retiring. Jalen Williams is retiring because they just can't get contracts because they swear they're worth way more than they actually are. I'm gonna prevent a couple of these guys from retiring just because they're just so young. These guys haven't even played any games, but they can't get contracts because they're convinced they're worth like 50 million a year. Into the draft lottery. Do we have a pick? I don't think we have a lottery pick. Yeah, we don't have a lottery pick. Shout out to the Nets. Would have been the Knicks, but shout out to the Nets. Our pick was 20th. Yeah, our pick was 20th. Staff signing. Man, I'm upset. A little upset. I literally just hired this team doctor and this just bozo. Um, yeah, this bozo committing malpractice over here. I am sick to my stomach, honestly, over the injuries. So many freaking injuries. What? I'm just gonna skip the draft. We're gonna go straight into signing. I don't even know if I want to sign this dude. 69 overall. No, thank you. Let's keep the cap space. Profit, yes, you're staying. Yeah, you're definitely staying. You two are about to be the future of this team. I'm about to just blow it up. Wemby declines his player option. Jokic, Miller, Chet, all might be free agents. We'll see which of them are actually free agents. All right, offer them. Wemby is actually a free agent, and we do not have cap space. I want to give this core one more shot. More so for Josh Giddey. And I moved a lot for Devin Booker, too. I want to give this core one more chance. Maxime and Neek have gotten about as good as they're going to get, which is fine. Profit and Fears are next in line, though. I'd really like to get Giddey and Booker a ring, but my goodness, this is turning into a bit of a disaster. Um, Darian Peterson is a better basketball player at this point in his career than Luka Doncic, and AJ DeBonsta and Cameron Boozer are also right there with Luka Doncic. They are all 23 years old. Elijah Arenas, Nate Ament is going to turn into a disaster. There are going to be like Malik Monk is going to sit in free agency expecting a contract that just will not come. Like some of these vets, like I'm not gonna say Malik Monk specifically here, but like a John Collins should be taking like a super pay cut to go compete, something like that. Like see, like you should not be insulted by that, because frankly, just look at how much better talent there is around you. Onyeka Okongwu, I think spent the entire season. Let's see, like some of these guys just did not play very much because they were, yeah. See, like Played in 66 games because he held out so deep into the season, waiting on a contract to come in before he finally just accepted one. Jalen Green is regressing already. See, Siakam at 36. You should not be expecting this kind of money. There are 40 players above you right now. This is a disaster. This is horrible. Jordan Poole, please. Colin Sexton, please. House Turner, nope. I mean, none of these guys are gonna. None of these guys are even gonna consider signing for. I mean, look at what they're all expecting. Maybe Rui, AV, yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, just look at what all they're expecting. I can keep scrolling. I can just go for forever. Keon Ellis, here, we'll offer it to you. You declined it, buddy. You were gonna retire. Let's see. You can definitely get declined. You can definitely get declined. I'd rather not have you on there. Rather not have you on there. Yep. Yep. We're gonna keep you because, yeah. Yep, that all looks good to me. Najee Marshall. Sure. Here. We can finesse a little bit of money from you. There you go. I mean, but just like look at all of this. Look at all of this. My goodness. Perfect. Okay. They're not going to show as on there until. Okay, that's fine. Just out of curiosity, what are you being offered? See, he's getting like 1 year offers for 38 million. Because nobody has cap space. Oh my gosh, is Elijah Arenas really about to? Please don't. Please don't do this. Are these all going to just sit here with like no legitimate offers? Let's see. Where does that register? I can't even view your offers now. Okay. All right. Let's do something for fun here. Let's see. Not that. Finances. Um, Salary cap breakdown. We are 80 million over the luxury tax. Okay. My NBA needs an overhaul. This entire game mode needs an overhaul. I left all the cap rules on. There are no cap rules. They are just, it's just whatever. It is just flat out whatever. Right? Like, this is ridiculous. There's like no rules here. Okay, let's simulate past free agency. Matter of fact, let's just take a look. See, this is awful. These are 90 overalls that are just sitting here. These are young 90 overalls that are just sitting here. I mean, Ace Bailey doesn't even have an offer. He's an 87 at age 22. Jared McCain doesn't even have an offer. And we have no way of clearing up cap space. We would literally have to trade away like 3 or 4 dudes just for picks to clear up the cap space. Nobody can even offer trades anymore because everybody is just in cap hell. Everyone is in cap hell. All right, player progression. Maxime went down and overall. I'm not too worried about it. He was injured. He was just going to deal with an injury. Neek has gotten better. He just didn't go up an overall for some reason. Profit went up another 4 overall. Fears went up 1. Umudic went up 4 overall. Edmund Cardinal went up 4 overall. Ndiaye went up 2 overall. He's probably not going to crack the rotation, but Jeremiah Prophet, Jeremiah Fears, and Adam Umadoch are quickly rising. If I bump Umadoch over to small forward, he is probably going to take, weirdly enough, Neek's starting spot. Because Shaden Sharp, for some reason, kept coming off the bench. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, here, let's just hit advance to next season. And that was the last real draft class, so we have to auto-generate rookies now. That'll be quite interesting to see how that shakes out. Anthony Davis is going to get a farewell tour. Go for it. If I go into quick edit mode here. Small forward, power forward, center, power forward, small forward. We'll do that. So we'll bump Neek down to power forward. And then here's the rotation. Cardinal and Kolek not getting minutes. I guess Kolek we just signed to sign. Let's do this. Let's just see if we can just grab some picks or something for you two. Doesn't look like it. I'll grab a pick. It's lottery protected. Alright. Free agents. I mean, come on, Jaron. He is literally just chilling in free agency, dude. You could make a team out of the players that are just sitting in free agency, and you would probably be pretty decent. I mean, a lot of them are guards and forwards, but like again, what is Colin Murray Boyles doing in here? What is Jaden Hardy doing in here? What is Daniel Gafford doing in here? What does Daniel Gafford expect? He expects $22 million. Okay. Collier is just getting passed around like crazy. VJ Edgecombe would be fun to have. I mean, he's already a 90 overall, and he's 10 years younger than Book. Isaiah Jackson is just on a terrible contract. And I do mean on a terrible contract. Both of you are on terrible contracts. I don't want to touch that. I want to let them ride it out one last year. I want to see if they can get it done. Jeremiah Prophet's been a huge addition. What a great hit on a draft pick. Jeremiah Fears is getting better than what Scottie Pippen was. If we go back over to your stats. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, the assist numbers aren't there, but he adds a little bit more of an actual scoring punch. Your numbers don't look crazy, but you're getting really good. Maxime's numbers look crazy. His efficiency is trending upwards, even though he went down in overall for some reason. Neek, hopefully you can average a few more boards. Your efficiency is also trending upwards. I say we give it... Let's give it through January. Let's see how this team does. I really want to get this team a ring because I have built this team ethically by 2K standards, even with the 100 trade difficulty, and it's really hard to ethically build a team. Fix roster manually. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just scroll for a while until we get to good Davion. Because just thugging it out in the G League is so much better, right? Jackson Hayes would rather be unemployed. I'm not really surprised. But a guy like, okay, OJ Shepard, sure. Anthony Wembenyama, not even a bother, dude. Why are all of you so young? Oh my gosh. Max Strus. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Max Strus. There we go. We filled our roster spot. Okay. There we go. Back to simulating. Man, I want this core to succeed so bad, but I think I've done everything I can for him. I've done everything I can. I've tried so hard. I've tried so hard to give us a core. I really have. I have done what I could to get this team. I mean, goodness gracious, we were close to taking 2 games from the champs. Who knows what would have happened if we would have extended that series out. And now we are just bottom feeders out west. Not complete bottom feeders anymore. Good news is, we have our pick. I think we pull the plug on this. I think we just pull the plug on it. Man, I really did try. I really tried to get this core figured out because I built this core through my own trades. think we just take VJ Edgecombe. He's 23 years old. He's already at 91. He's already gone up one. Isaiah Jackson, you're going to find a new home, but we're getting VJ Edgecombe. Okay. Isaiah Jackson. Can I cannot get you off my roster. You might as well just hang out, boss man. Who else is too old? Jalen Johnson, low-key, kind of needs to go. Man. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I really wanted this core to do something, but they just wouldn't. They either couldn't or they wouldn't. I'm not really liking the offers I'm getting for Jalen Johnson, in all honesty. A big part of it, I'm sure, is just he's got a weird contract to move. Jaron McCain is not what I want to... Is it Trailblazers pick that's lottery protected? Jaron McCain's not exactly what I want, but sure. Let's just ship it all off. Let's just suck. Let's have a ton of guards here. Let's do this. Let's go roster. Let's see who... Move you to a small forward. Okay, cool. Move you to a small forward. Let's do that. This will put Fears in the starting lineup. But this will actually increase Josh Giddey's trade value, and we will blow it completely up. If we're gonna suck, let's just suck for this year. Just for this year is all. Just because we have our own pick. Boy, oh boy, I didn't really think that Josh Giddey would be this difficult to... There we go. There's my lock. Dillingham. Could just get Jalen Johnson right back. It'd be a very neutral move. I think we just take my lock here. 2034 pick. Can we just do this straight up? I went Neek for Tumani. Come on, you still want to pick? No. How about this? We do the old school. Nope, not that. Throw a couple of seconds at you. There you go. Okay. We're a little overloaded at shooting guard, aren't we? We're going to move McCain to point guard. Fears, you can stay coming off the bench for the time being. Just for the time being. So let's go into coach game plan and see how big of a mess this has turned into. Actually, not as big of a mess as I first thought. You know what's absolutely terrifying about this is watch our roster actually get better. I could 1,000% see that happening. It'd be the dumbest thing in the world. Are you wearing Booker's number? No, you're wearing 77. Okay, I was gonna say. Yikes. We'll soon for that. What's up, buddy? I am in the middle of blowing up the team that I tried to construct here. I was trying to cook something up. I've taken the Kings from uh, post NBA draft to about here. We're about 5. I think this might be year 6. I think this is year 6. And we've gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals, so I'm in the process of just blowing everything up. I did not put in the cap rules that I should have, and so now you just have 80 overalls sitting here holding out, thinking they're going to get 15 million a year. They're just not going to. Like, yeah, you've got like Jaden Ivey sitting out here expecting 25 million a year. You gonna keep waiting, Bucko? So I'm just blowing it all up. I would not be shocked to see this team randomly actually start playing better than what they were. It'd be completely random. It'd be completely out of left field. It would make no sense, but I promise that's what ends up happening. Last person that I kind of want to trade would be Shaden Sharp, just because he's a little bit older than everybody else. I mean, he's the same age as Maxime and Neek, but they were drafted here. Shaden wasn't. Whatever. You can hang around. All right. We give it a little bit longer. Let's see. We have our own pick. It's almost preferable if we just suck. Like, it's almost preferable if we just start losing games. I mean, we're 14. We went from taking a game in Houston, who were the reigning champs, out of nowhere. Good Lord. I mean, that would make us suck, but I kind of like McCain. This is gonna be a weird year. I'm not trading Edgecombe for that. I put the trade difficulty up to 100 and then didn't do anything additional with it. Thinking, oh yeah, this'll be fine. It'll just make it a little bit more difficult to negotiate trades and stuff. Should have known better than that. Yeah, but we get off of all this money next year anyways, so it's not even like... Huh. Tell you what, we have a lot of money that's going to be... Matter of fact, I don't think we re-sign anybody other than, like, Neek. And Maxime. I think these are the guys that we extend. And Fears. Who, yeah, we're walking your contract down a little ways, buddy. Yeah, there we go. I think we just let Shaden Sharp walk, and I think we just kind of... I think we let most of this go. I think Jeremiah Prophet's going to be the main one that we bring back, and we've got Edgecombe locked up for a while. Let's see here real quick. Just out of curiosity. I want to make sure Maxime has power forward secondary. He does not currently. Just to give him that extra flexibility. There you go. All right. No, we will not be doing that. So we've magically decided to climb up to 8th. Because of course we would. Like for just no apparent reason. I mean, we're within 8 games of the worst record. Yeah, after the Suns lost Booker, they just became awful. Goodness gracious, they have Keon Anthony. And they got these 2 big old white boys at power forward and center again. The Jazz have finally gotten themselves out of poverty. They brought John Collins back for vibes. Elijah Arenas, again, they just... I bet, okay, so Arenas and Hawkins were definitely sitting in free agency, and they just grabbed them for stupid cheap deals. I know Nemhard was. We saw him a few times. He's been offered in trades a couple of times as well, but yeah. Yep, then the Mavericks pick up Ace Bailey, who was just, again, just sitting there. I mean, do I even want to see what his contract is currently? Oh, no, they actually just had the cap space to go and offer him. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, Rob Dillingham was sitting there for a while, I thought. No, we saw him in the trade menus. That's where we saw him. But yeah. Okay. Well, either we suck or we don't suck. I think we're just gonna let this season ride out. If we suck, awesome, we have our pick. If not, whatever, we have our pick. We'll take another swing. I've done pretty good at hitting on a couple of these draft picks. I mean, this Jeremiah Prosper guy is entirely my pick. And I was just like, yeah, sure. Nope, we already extended the guys that we actually want to keep. And then we may just let a couple of guys walk and try and have some cap space. And I don't know, we can just sign a bunch of these 90 overalls for a little bit cheaper just because they're not going to get any other offers. And we're making a weirdly late run. I literally said, I bet this team is going to be weirdly good. LaMelo Ball wins his, I think it's his second MVP. Yeah, it's his second MVP right there. Go. And Trae Young is coming off the bench, averaging 21 and 7.5. Wemby with his yet another depoy. I've lost count. He's just going to win every single Defensive Player of the Year. And Mark Daigneault leads the Thunder to another 60-win season. Devonsta, Flag, Boozer, and Rosser. And it is entirely new players in the All-NBA. Cooper Flag is a 99. Devonsta is a 97. Goodness gracious. The only other 99 in the league is probably Victor. VJ Edgecombe, All-NBA second team. Shout out. 2 guys on the Rockets, also on the All-NBA second team. And Jason Tatum. Good to see somebody familiar up there. Next to Toure Yabusele. Edgecombe surprisingly does not make an all-defensive team. I bet it was because our team defense was terrible. Or something along those lines. Interesting. Okay. We play the Clippers again in the first round. I feel like this is where it all started. We played the Clippers in like the very first postseason that we got to. Cooper Flag is on a play-in team. I repeat, Cooper Flag is on a play-in team with Ace Bailey next to him. I mean, really coming in off the bench for him. Anthony Davis' retirement tour season is not going as anticipated, I'm sure. And let's see what we do in the playoffs. I'm not even going to look at box scores. I'm just going to simulate through these games. If they're close, we'll jump in. Like this one, it's close, so we'll jump in. We've made a heck of a comeback here in the second half. Let's take a look at the new look Kings. Let's see here. Perfect timing. Couple of the young Wolves in. For some reason, it looks like McCain might be playing center. I'm not sure. No, that's Luka. It just looked like a bigger body that was there. This is still a bit of a small lineup. Luka is going to bring it up, nursing a 3-point lead. Jared McCain, not exactly the defender I'd like to have on him, but oh well.